Hey everyone, happy Monday. Thank you for starting your week with Up to Speed. First, I'd like to start with an update on Hurricane Ian. As residents of Southwest Florida continue to recover, Verizon is extending its support for counties most impacted by Hurricane Ian. Now, consumer and small business customers will continue to receive unlimited calling, texting, and mobile data through October 31st, 2022. To see if your county is eligible, check out the link in our story, and you can also read our blog for the latest updates. Now, if you didn't know, tomorrow is International Day of the Girl, a day I love, and for the past 10 years, this day has been celebrated to promote girls' empowerment and shine a light on challenges girls face worldwide. You can empower a young girl with a volunteer event on our Citizen Verizon Volunteers portal. You can provide personal career advice and encouragement to students on careervillage.org. Check the link in our story to sign up. And later today, I'll be talking to Tara Orlando, Director of Talent Attraction and Emerging Talent Pipeline, for a LinkedIn Live collab conversation at 1 p.m. Eastern. Tara will be offering career advice to young women in college, close to graduation, or beginning in their career journey. And speaking of empowerment, Women's Collab recently had the Women's Collab Fall Summit. It was a day filled with inspiring women speakers, including our very own leaders, Manon Briette, Sam Hammock, Krista Bourne, and Christina Schelling. Attendees had the opportunity to learn new skills, meet and grow networks, and in the spirit of International Day of the Girl, let's take a look at what Krista had to say on mentorship, which is so important for girls as they begin thinking about their futures.
I think you can have a mentoring moment in a networking event. You can have a mentoring moment in the hallway. You can have a mentoring moment in just working with another person on a project, a shared agenda of some sort. So I don't think it has to be that formal. I do, though, think that you have to come to the table with an agenda. Right? So you should be ready and prepared for that moment when it happens. What do you want from that experience? What is this person going to be able to offer you? If you don't come prepared or with a plan, then you'll miss your moment, won't you? You'll be regretting it. You'll think to yourself, oh, I was in the elevator with this person and I didn't even think to ask this question. And it was in that question that you would be mentored in that experience that you just maybe missed. So be prepared. Doesn't have to be formal, but you have a role to play, and that is to come with an agenda.
Krista, when we think of mentorship, we typically analyze it with a senior relationship, a senior leader in some way. But there's a lot to be said about peer mentorship. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier I have my kids that are mentors. I think peers are good mentors. I think at the end of the day, it's all the perspective that they're going to offer you. From a peer-to-peer standpoint, it's a relatability factor, I think. When you're mentoring with a senior leader, there is a level of I'm looking up to this person, and you're expecting something different from that relationship. On a peer-to-peer level, you're talking about an environment that you're living probably at the same time in a similar fashion, and that's just going to give you a different set of conversation, question, outcomes for you to kind of consider. So I think peer-to-peer mentoring is important. I also think peer-to-peer mentoring is a good example of something that happens informally. This is probably the person you're talking to very regularly, and you can get a lot of mentorship in a very informal fashion when a peer-to-peer relationship is at play.
So much good wisdom, and I went to the summit myself and I walked away truly inspired. So if you have not watched the replay, I encourage you to do so. Check out the link in our story, and don't forget to follow Women's Collab on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn for the latest updates and events. Now, this week, Verizon is highlighting 5 of its outstanding Hispanic teachers as part of Hispanic Heritage Month. Did you know that Hispanic and Latinx students represent nearly 25% of the overall public student population, while only 9% of their teachers identify as Hispanic? Well, Verizon Innovative Learning is proud to serve our diverse communities with nearly 50% of our VIL K-12 students identifying as Hispanic. Representation in our classrooms is so important, and we want to shine a light on those teachers that are encouraging students to dream big in the Hispanic community. Now, today is also World Mental Health Day, a day to raise awareness of mental health issues around the world. The need for good mental health care is a reality for people worldwide, and it's why Verizon provides V-Teamers with our Employee Assistance Program to support you when life gets hard, or you just need someone to listen to you and offer support, not judgment. Now, this benefit is here for you and can be extended to your household family members. And this year, you can join Find Your Anchor on our Citizen Verizon Volunteers portal, a grassroots movement for suicide prevention, awareness, and education, by writing notes of support and encouragement. V-Teamers have already helped more than 9,000 individuals through Find Your Anchor by showing the world the power of strangers who care. It's also October, so you know what that means. Yes, we're excited for Halloween, but also many universities across the country are coming together for homecoming, including HBCUs, which stands for Historically Black Colleges and Universities. Now, homecoming at an HBCU is like none other, and starting next week, Monday, October 17th, Employee Resource Group BOLD is sharing the experience with a lineup of great events like an HBCU alumni mixer, a meet and greet with talent acquisition, a financial literacy session, and so much more. So be sure to check out the link in our story for more details. Now, before I go, there are so many great events happening this week, including our 7th annual Accessibility Summit hosted by our Global Accessibility team. The event is from October 12th through the 13th, and I hope you'll join during the most segments that mean the most to you. On day 2, be sure to check out Sam Pat's kickoff message, Christina Schelling's keynote presentation, and Brian Danfield's fireside chat with Fred Moltz of our accessibility team. Okay, well, as you can see, there is a lot in store this month, but that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, you're up to speed.